welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be filming this video today. For those of you who are new here, my name is Michaela Madden, and I am in the middle of planning a wedding. So this video is going to be all about my wedding planner that I chose, none other than the Erin Condren Wedding Planner, just like my life planner and everything else I use. I love Erin Condren stuff. Just a heads up, this film is in no way sponsored by Erin Condren. I am not that lucky, but I love her stuff. I use all of her planners and notebooks and just all kinds of stuff. I love using Erin Condren materials. So it was a no-brainer when I got engaged in November to choose the Erin Condren Wedding Planner, to plan my wedding. So in this video, I'm going to kind of do a walkthrough of the planner, show you guys what you get in the planner. I know that maybe some of you guys out there who are looking to buy a wedding planner for a friend who may be getting married, or maybe you're getting married yourself. If that is the case, congratulations, or congratulations to whoever you're buying the planner for. But I just wanted to go ahead and say that this is not sponsored, but this is just my raw opinions on the planner, the good, the bad, the ugly of it. Most of it I like. There are a few parts I don't like, but I will go over that in the video. So yeah, I'm going to do a top-down view of it. I'm going to walk through the planner, show you guys what it has to offer you if you are planning a wedding, and then I'm also going to kind of, as we go through the planner, show you what I have planned so far. So my planner started back in November when I got engaged, November 7th, so you'll see that in there. And it is currently August the 19th, I think is today. So we obviously have gone a few months of actually planning and getting good use out of the planner. I wanted to make sure that I really gave it a shot, used it, and see if I genuinely like it or not before I did a video for it, or of it for you guys. That's why I didn't film one back in November when I got the planner, but that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to walk through, show you what you get, and show you what I've planned so far. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's just go ahead and get right into the planner that I bought. So with the Erin Condren Life Planners, you still get the removable covers on the front and the back. One thing that I love about Erin Condren is that you can change out your covers all the time. So I think it's really nice. They put out covers with the seasons, all kind of stuff. So yeah, for my cover, I chose this lacy design. I custom picked this like pinkish, darker pink background color, and then I just had our names put here. So it says Jeremiah and Michaela, and then 2020 because we're getting married this year. So then on the inside, same thing, just like with all the other life planners, you get the little dry erase dashboard. You roll the coil that way they lay flat. And then I just have a sticky note right here of some dresses that I would like to try on, and their like numbers or whatnot. And then over here you still get the nice vellum page that you get with the other life planners. I believe that this little decoration type thing is the Painted Petals theme. I could be wrong on that, but I do believe that's what that was called from a few years ago. So you'll see that throughout the planner, and then also you'll just see florals for the wedding planner itself. So then you get a little introduction page. Like I said, it has the the really light floral pattern in each corner. And then it just says wedding planner, this is our life. And I put our soon-to-be last name, which will be Barnhart. That's his last name. And then 2020. And then our wedding date is November 7th, 2020. And then just like with all the other Erin Condren products, the notebooks, the life planners, all kinds of stuff, she puts in these beautiful quote pages, and you'll see it all throughout the planner, but this is the very first one. So it says, as we walk this journey from beginning to end, I'm so happy to have my true love and best friend. And then again, it just has the Painted Petals look. So then you get into the actual months pages. So before each month you get a note sheet, and then you get another quotes page with the Painted Petals. This particular one that I got does have a it has the like pre-put on oh my goodness, I cannot think of the word, tabs. So the nice laminated colorful tabs. But I think now when you order a life planner, because they did updates to it since when I ordered mine, in November that you cannot get the ones with tabs on it already. It comes with a little pack of tabs that you put on yourself, which is still just as good. So mine started in November. That's what I chose. I ordered mine in November. And then it did come with the little date dots that you could stick down. I didn't really like the way they looked, so I decided just to write in my own dates, which was fine. So as you can see, I put down when we got engaged, which was the 9th. And then later on in November, we started looking at different venues to possibly rent out for the wedding. And then I went dress shopping. So like I said, I'll kind of tell you guys what I've done so far in the planner, and as far as for wedding, like planning stuff as we go along. So then again, you get another notes page, quotes, and then then a monthly spread. I wrote in my dates again. In December and in January, I did not do any planning that I needed to record into my planner. You'll see that some places throughout the planner that I have not wrote anything. A lot of it in the back I haven't wrote yet, which I'll explain when I get there, but just so you know, I did not do any December or January planning. And then in February, still pretty blank. The very last day of February, we did go bridesmaids dress shopping, and they all were able to get their dresses that day, which was amazing. Then in March, we had our engagement photo shoot, and we got our marriage license. Quick story for that. Back in March, Jeremiah and I discussed going ahead and getting married. We know someone who can like officiate the ceremony or whatnot, so they can sign the papers. So we discussed going ahead and doing that for the purposes of like finances and insurance and stuff like that. But overall, it worked itself out to where we didn't need to do that anymore. So we had already gotten our license, and then we decided not to. We're just going to wait until the day of our wedding to go through with getting married or whatnot. Just because both of us wanted to be able to be announced as husband and wife for the first time on our wedding day. So we thought that was very important to us. So we just said no, that we would wait. So then we're called up to where we are now. Just like with the other life planners and stuff, you get a nice snap-in ruler that you can move throughout the planner. We did end up booking our venue on the 1st. I was supposed to go dress shopping again on the 6th. That did not happen because of the coronavirus, so I have yet to go dress shopping again. And then the 14th we saved the date, or we sent out save the dates. So today is actually Monday the 20th. I think I filmed my intro yesterday, but today is Monday the 20th that I'm filming this part. So then we get back into just the rest of the planner, and I'm going to flip through because I have not done any planning on any of those. In November, I did put down our big day though. Alright, so then you get into the really fun part at the back of the book. You get another blank notes page, and then you get into the I do list. So you get another nice quotes page with the painted petals, and then the whole back of the book is dedicated to very functional planning. It gives you a lot of pages where you can write down all of your thoughts, notes from tastings, all kinds of stuff. So we'll go through it page by page, and I'll show you exactly what you get. This is the more exciting part of the planner. So first thing you get is top 10 wedding tips. I did read through these. They're very, very helpful. Just really good things to think about. And then over here you get a getting started page. So you get wedding colors, styles and themes, and the most important wedding must-haves. So as you can tell for this, I have not wrote anything in, like I said before. And for a lot of this in the back, I haven't wrote it in yet, and I'm going to tell you why. I want the planner to look a certain way. I'm very picky on how my planners look. If you haven't watched any of my other planning videos, in my Erin Condren Life Planner, I use planner cake stickers or Erin Condren stickers just to decorate it up and to keep it functional for me. I don't like the commitment, this sounds really crazy, but I don't like the commitment of writing straight on the page sometimes. So I love to be able to put a sticker so that if I mess up, I can just take it off and put another sticker on. That's just me though. So here you have a spot to put in your wedding colors. My plan for this is to cut out swatches. We already have all of our wedding colors. Like I said, the bridesmaids have their dresses already. So I plan to cut out swatches here and then write the name of the color underneath it. I just haven't gotten to that yet because I'm not sure if that's exactly what I want to do. styles and themes, to be honest, I'm not really sure what I'm going to put here. Our theme, I guess you would say, is going more rustic style, but we don't really have a set theme. It just kind of is unfolding as whatever. So I guess I could put rustic here, but that would really be it. And then down here, the only thing I haven't wrote in is that I want to put the 4 somethings of the wedding, like the something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I think that's how the saying goes. But I want to put those in down here and write what I'm carrying with me for each one of those, just as a memory type thing. I am doing this entire planner as a memory thing, which is one reason I want it to look a certain way. So then the next few, the next few sheets, you get all of these checklist pages. It's basically like to-dos for a certain time period before the wedding, which I think is very helpful. It keeps you very focused on what you should be getting done. So I can go through each one of these in a separate video if that's what something y'all would want, but for now, this is just what you get. Sorry for that little break in the film. Someone was knocking at our back door. But what I was saying here is I can film a video going through each one of these if that's something you want, but basically it just gives you to-dos of each part of the weddings, or each stage before the wedding, so I don't really feel a need to go through all of that. So next you get into a page that gives you a section to write down everyone in the wedding party. I was very methodical when I planned this page out, so I'll explain what I've done. I basically put all of the, like, my bridesmaids and all of the girls over here and all the guys over here, and they match up when you close the page. So, for instance, Mindy and Trent, which is my sister, the maid of honor, and then the best man, they'll be together. These two will walk together, they'll walk together, like that. So that's how we paired them. I know I'm crazy, but I love everything looking a certain way. But, so yeah, this gives you a section to do that, and then it gives you some little tips on stuff to make note of. I'm not making note of everything that they have here. I do plan later on when I pick out what I'm going to give them as their gift, to get maybe shirt sizes or shoe sizes or whatnot. Whatever I decide to give them, I'll add that information in there. Same thing for these guys if we decide to do something like that for them. So then you get another, or you get a page to write out your vows. Jeremiah and I have decided that we are not going to write out our own vows to each other. We're just going to say the typical whatever the preacher says or whatever. But you do get a spot to do that. So I think this is very functional for whoever wants to do that. But for us, this will probably say blank. Then you get a nice page for the guest list. We have finalized our guest list, but I have yet to write it in here just because I don't know how I'm going to lay it out. I don't know if I want to do my side of the list and his side of the list or whatever, but you get 4 columns to do that. And then you get into a really functional page. I think this is probably one of the most functional pages in the planner, and it's the budget checklist. So you get a spot to budget out what you think you're going to spend, or make a budget, estimate what you think you're going to spend, and then write down what you actually spent. Now, we did do a budget when we first started planning the wedding with my parents, because Jeremiah and I are paying for part of the wedding and then they're paying for the rest. So we did kind of talk about what, our limit would be, around about what we would like to spend on stuff, but we didn't go through and make a specific budget for each item, which is why I haven't filled anything in yet. I'm probably just going to put a dash mark through that and then write in what we spent, just as a reminder of myself on how much we ended up spending on the wedding. And a lot of this we already have gotten, but save the date cards is the only thing that I've actually wrote in, only because I just haven't sat down and took the time to do it. Or like with our photography, we already know exactly what we're going to spend, but we haven't paid her the full amount yet. She doesn't want it until the day of the wedding, or close, not the day of, but closer to the wedding. So we just haven't put it in yet because it technically has not been spent. So then these 2 pages are also very functional for the day of the wedding, I think. This is a picture of this page, so it gives you ideas for important shots you may want to get. And then you get a section to write in other things you may want pictured. For this and for this one as well. For both of these, we're going to do, write out whatever we want to do, check off what the pictures we want, and then make copies and give them to our photographer and our DJ so that they know exactly what we want done on the day of our wedding, so that everything is very clear from the get-go, and we don't come out disappointed at the end. So next you get a more like before the wedding type stuff, you get a page for flowers and a page for sweets. We do already have my bridal bouquet, and we've started making the bridesmaids bouquet. I can show you one of those right now. Give me 1 second. Let me reach over here. I bet that was loud. Alright, so you can't really see the whole thing on camera, but it has this long, lacy burlap detail. We are actually making these so that this is what they will carry. They have wooden flowers and then these little burlap flowers. We've only made one, so I can do a video of when we make the rest of them. I don't know if I'll get the girls together to do all of them or what, but I can do a video on that if that's something y'all would be interested in. So we have decided what we'll do for that, and I'm going to do the same thing for the boutonnieres. I've gotten these, I can show you those as well. Maybe. I got a whole box of these little flowers that match the bridesmaids bouquets and my bouquet. So we are going to put those on stems and try to make the guys' boutonnieres. I'm not exactly sure how well that'll work out. I work at a flower shop, so I may end up taking them up there and seeing if one of the designers can put it together for me, but I can do a video on that as well if it works out. Then as far as sweets, cake taste, or from our cake tastings and stuff, we have already bought our cake, or like, you know, told the lady or whatever we wanted, ordered it, I guess. But I didn't write down notes from cake tastings, just again because I like it to look a certain way, excuse me, as you can tell over here. So I just haven't taken the time to like detail out our thoughts on the cake tastings and what we ended up ordering, but we do have that already. Then you get a section to write down any drinks you may be serving. It does say non-alcoholic, so I guess you could write down specialty type drinks or anything like that that you're serving for the reception. I'm not exactly sure that this page will get used. We are, like our venue does allow us to serve alcohol, but I don't think we are going to actually go through and buy a bunch of alcohol. I think we're going to do more of a BYOB situation. So I don't know. I'm not even sure if we will serve or have alcohol at all. I'm just not really sure what we'll do. But you do get a page to detail all of that. And then you get a wedding menu page for the rehearsal dinner and the reception dinner. We have decided what we are going to do for the reception dinner. Not so much the rehearsal dinner. We haven't talked about that at all yet, basically. But for the reception dinner, we are going to do a more like sit down type of thing. I guess it will be a mixture between a buffet and that though, because we're going to do a taco bar and a baked potato bar. So people will be able to, you know, go make their stuff and then go sit down and eat in more of like a family style thing. But that's what we're going to do for that. Tacos are my favorite food, and Jeremiah loves baked potatoes. That's why we decided to do those two things. Then you get a very nifty page that I have yet to fill in because I am really sucking. The more I sit here and plan out, or not plan out, but go through each page of this, I realize how much I have not utilized yet. But you get a really nice vendor contact list. So you get a spot to write down all these things. Again, we've already booked our venue. It's going to be the same place for the ceremony and reception, so I'm not going to rewrite it probably. I take that back. I probably will. And then we already have like our florist. Like I said, we're doing ourselves, or I'll take it to the flower shop that I work at. We do have our cake baker, our DJ. Right now I'm working on finding a videographer. I'm not exactly sure if that's something that I will for sure do, but I would love to have a video of the wedding afterwards. Then the next two pages are seating arrangements. We're not going to use this. I do think it's very helpful if you have a very large reception. But we are having around 125, which to us is not a lot of people, so we don't feel a need to tell people where to sit. Now I do think it could be very beneficial if you had people who you know should not be around each other, or all kinds of stuff like that. There's a lot that can go into why people need a seating arrangement, or maybe you just genuinely want one. But for us, this just isn't functional, so we're not going to do that. So these two pages will remain blank, or these, I guess, 4, because it's the 2 before it too. Then you get a gift log. I think this will be very, very helpful after the wedding. So you get a spot to write down the name of the person, what they gave, and then you can check off whether or not you've sent them a thank you card yet. So I think this will be very helpful in me staying organized after the wedding and making sure that I tie up all the loose ends and give everybody thank you cards. Then you get a spot for gifts to give. This will come in more handy as we get closer to the wedding and I actually purchase bridesmaids and groomsmen gifts and all that kind of stuff. And then over here you get a very functional page. I'm very excited to be able to fill this in. But basically it's a timeline of the wedding day. As you can tell, I have a sticky note here, which means we've already started planning out like what time everything will be. I just have not transferred it over here yet. Now, this is literally the only page in the whole book that I find no use in, and I'm a little upset over this page actually. So it's a honeymoon information page, which I think is amazing. Like, the idea of it I think is great, but it's so restrictive on what you're doing. So first of all, when Jeremiah and I first started planning our honeymoon, we booked a cruise. We were going to be driving to the port where we were going out of, and we weren't going to be booking a hotel or rental car. We were going to be going onto the boat. So literally we wouldn't have been able to use flights, hotels, or rental cars. We could have wrote in where to and how long, and that's it. And I really am struggling with how I'm going to make this useful in terms of what we're doing. So if we ended up moving our cruise out to summer of 2021, only because I start a full year internship in the fall in a classroom, and I was not, at first I was told that I could miss a whole week, so we booked it. And then some professors came back and said that I would not be able to miss a whole week, or that it would not be advised. So we ended up moving our cruise out. Carnival is who we booked through, and they were very helpful in that whole process, as well as our travel agent. But now we've decided to do a short or a longer weekend trip, I guess. We're going to leave on a Thursday and come back on a Sunday, the weekend after we get married. And we're just going to go up to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for the weekend. That's one of my favorite places to go. And it will be the beginning of November, so hopefully the leaves and stuff will still be changing. If not, it'll at least be a little chilly, which I love. So I love that time of year. But again, we're going to be driving up there. We're going to stay in a hotel or a cabin, so this will be useful then, but we're not going to have a rental car. So the majority of this page is still going to be useless to me, which, I mean, some people may be able to use this perfectly, and some, like me, I feel like this page is either one of those that you can fill it in all the way or you can't fill it in at all. There's no in between. So I'm not sure how I'll fix this whole page or what I'll do, but I wish that this was different. I wish this was more open-ended to everybody. And then I also wish that they had another page over here for honeymoon information on things that you plan on doing while you're on your honeymoon. Like when we had the cruise booked, we could have put our excursions down that we were booking for each stop. Or we could put what we're planning on doing in Gatlinburg if there's specific things that we're booking, like dinner shows or that kind of stuff. But that's my little rant on this page. So then the next page you get is a thank you notes. And then it just details out what you should say in your thank you note, or kind of gives you ideas, which I think is great. And then that's the end of the I do list section. So then you get another really nice quotes page, and then you get a ton of pages to put in memories. So my plan for this is to just make some of those little sticker photos and then write in about each sticker. So you get a bunch of pages of those. Then you get a ton of lined pages. And then at the end you get a ton of dot grid pages. And then it ends with another quote page. So then you get into the stickers. The first two sheets of stickers are the same that are in, I believe, the life planner. I cut mine out so I could not go back and look, but and then this sheet is actually specific to the wedding, so it gives you like caterer, photographer, music, book the honeymoon, appointments, that kind of stuff, pre-wedding celebration. So those are very specific to wedding. And then the next one is just functional blank stickers, which you can see I've started using. Then at the very back, you do get another one of the nice pocket on each side things. And then I'll show you what I have in here. In this pocket, I am planning to keep receipts. So I have a Hobby Lobby receipt from where we bought the girls' flowers for their little bouquet things. And then this is notes from the cake tasting. I just haven't transferred back into there yet. And then on this side, I have a Apple gift card. I don't know why that's in there. but it's in there. And then I have oh goodness, I can't say the word, a swatch. This is the girl's color that they'll be wearing. So this is what I was talking about when I made, cut a little circle out and paste it on that one page. And then I have a empty envelope, and then this envelope has our save the date in it. Well, like an extra one at least. We've sent those out, but that has an extra, oh no, an extra save the date. And then the back just has another dry erase dashboard, and that is the end of the planner. This little thing, I'll just mention it since you guys saw it, is from Shutterfly. That's where I got our save the dates from. And that's my plan for ordering our wedding invitations. So this is just a free little kit you get when you order those. It gives you ideas, or like gives you sample RSVPs and invitations and stuff. Just stuff to think about, I guess. But that is the end of the planner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. If you would like to see a video on something specific in the planner, or how we did the girls' bouquets or anything like that, also leave those in the comments below. Or if you have any other video suggestions, not even wedding related, drop those in the comments, and make sure that you like this video and subscribe it so you can see more wedding videos to come. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.